Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Should probably move out of the road just a bit. This cross streets of State Line Road. Natalie's back there, standing underneath the Welcome to Oklahoma sign. What's the name of the town, right? What does that sign say, the town?
Arcoma.
So that we're crossed over out of Arkansas into Oklahoma. We're gonna take Highway 9 through the middle of the state and just see what we can find some small towns. Who knows what'll happen?
Who knows?
Inviting you to join me and Natalie. Shall you?
Shall you?
First thing I see is classic car alert. They're kind of rusted out, but I really like the architecture of this building here. This is a style you don't really see too often anymore. Vehicle with a muffler problem just cruised by here at the Kyoto Car Trading Company, which has seen better days. I really like the gas pumps here though.
$1.82.
I think this was a car wash. At the change machine over here. Oh, there's a wasp right there. Whoa!
Oh no.
There's wasps. Ooh! I like that. Self-serve ice machine over there. Oh, I like this too. Yeah, look at that. Classic. Yeah, these are, oh, look at this spider right here.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Look at that. Oh yeah, that's a good one. You want to go over here and take a little closer look at it?
Wow. Nope. I respect its boundaries.
Yeah, this is awesome though. Man, that's cool. Very nice. Oh, nice. Classic car alert. Pulled into Stigler now. Noticing here near the downtown section, this ferry boat has J.R. Williams inscribed on the side. Nice piece of art here. You don't really see fronts of businesses that look like that too. I'll check that out. Have arrived in Eufaula, Oklahoma, the corner of Pine and South Main Street, at the building where my father used to preach. First Christian Church. It was right here. It is now a community center called the Legacy on Main Street, but for many years my Sunday school class was right up there on the second floor of those windows. Congregation would walk right through here. One very fond memory I had was going to eat at JM's restaurant, which was one of the two hamburger places that we would frequent very often. It's been removed. It burned down a few years ago, and there were some remnants here last time I passed through a couple years ago in this section, but they have created this pretty fantastic mural. There's a canoe right there. But all of this was a burger place. Can you just picture a burger place being here?
It'd be crazy. Yeah.
And there's a Coca-Cola mural back there that's pretty awesome. So just think 30-year ago me would have walked in here with my family. The front door was here. Usually someone in church would have invited us to an after Sunday lunch or a special occasion. You know, if it was a special occasion for my mom and dad or myself and my sister, we would go, where do you want to go? We want to go to JM's. And over here was our booth. It was pretty much right here where this rock was. There was a booth here. There was a booth here. And the waitress stand was here. There was like a little area here where they had the bread. And then over here there were other booths, and there was a wall there. So many times back in, I lived in Eufaula from 89 to 91. I could have been right in here, just sitting. I usually ordered a burger, a cheeseburger, fries. I always like cheeseburger, sometimes a bacon burger.
Did you get RC Cola like Elvis?
I never did the RC Cola. I am really happy they left the signage up, however. A classic neon right there. This was a staple of the community for many years. And now it's 2020. I'm back here again. There is no hamburger, but there is another burger place that we'll go to, and it's still open. In fact, the grand opening was while I lived here. I believe maybe in 89, 90 it opened, and it's still there. So grab a burger and maybe something else.
Yay.
For a short while, this was an arcade. And I was not allowed to go in here. I always asked my dad, can I go in and play some video games? And for one reason or another, he felt, oh, there's a bug. It almost got you. It was like for one reason or another, he would not let me go in the arcade, assuming it was going to be a bad influence. Maybe some of the other folks around town that he didn't want me associating with were inside the arcade. So I never set foot in the arcade. But I wanted to go in the arcade, and now the arcade, now that I'm an adult and I can make my own decisions, the arcade no longer exists. You win, Dad. You win this one. The good thing about when I used to live here, everything is walking distance. This home over here, one of my sisters, two of her best friends lived right there. And I would spend countless, for the 3 years I resided here, spent probably an average of a couple hours a day. So let's say thousands of hours here at this park, pushing this very mechanism, which is, I would say it's probably by today's standards is not probably the safest. You don't see these two. Have you ever seen one of these in a park before?
I have, but not like this.
So I think around the time I was 15, 16, 17 years old, I was strong enough to push this around. So I would go like this, and I would spin this as fast as humanly possible, just like this. And my sister and her friends would start here. They would run and grab onto it and fling off. We called it flying. Sometimes it ended very dangerously. If you turn that corner right there was the park, and in the distance is downtown. And right up here is where I lived. And this wall has teetered and fallen in considerably. The weight of this over time has really taken its toll. It would get really icy during the winter time. One time my dad fell and slid down this very staircase. He thought he could handle going down the icy slopes, not of the Matterhorn, but of this staircase, and plummeted, slid down here. And then he said, you know what? I'm gonna go back up the embankment around that way, walk through the yard, go back into the house, get my car in the garage around back, and just drive into town. I'm not gonna walk it. And just next door was the first paying job I ever had. There used to be another building here, and the janitor hired me part-time just to empty out the trash cans and other items, sweep the floors. Didn't pay much, but that building has been torn down, and now there's other homes here. And one of my best friends lived right down there in that beige building. On that corner is a baseball field behind it. Ah, memories, all coming back to me now. And what looks to be abandoned now, a couple other friends that I had lived right here in the side yard over there. We would play football. As well, there was one time they had a tree house that their father built for them up in these branches right up here. It wasn't anything spectacular, but we climbed up into those branches there, and one of my friends lit a firecracker and threw it at my foot, and it got stuck in my sock. Definitely looks the same in a lot of ways, but different in a lot of ways. Time changes, time moves on. My room was that little that kind of little overhang there. Right there, those windows. Those two windows were my room. It's kind of neat to say that I grew up not far from a main street. That's the name of this road, Main Street. About to get back in the rental car and head over to the other side of town. I also wanted to point out over in this area was my dad's office to the church, which was right here. And on many occasions we would play ping pong in this back room. My dad and I would have a riveting game of ping pong. Sometimes he would win, sometimes I would win. Sometimes we'd call it a draw. When this place opened, it was the talk of the town, and I would frequent here many times. Get myself a burger, an ice cream. Jim Varney, who played Ernest P. Worrell, promoted it heavily. And for that reason, it always is kind of stuck in my head, because I always loved that character he created. Know what I mean? The thing that's really unique about this, not only is it a fast food establishment, but also has a little dairy area right over here and a little grocery store inside. My mind is really trying to wrap my head around the fact that I was sitting in these very booths over 3 decades ago. And this is what we're dealing with. Pretty much we got the same thing. We got a cheeseburger, well, hamburger. It was the #1 special. Comes with these crinkle cut French fries, and I also got a side of chili here. For a single, it's pretty heavy in the grand scheme of things on how much is down on there. You got the meat patty, the pickles, the onions, the lettuce, the mayo. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Is that one of them new Brahms hamburgers? I'm doing an Ernest commercial. Yep, it is. How them fries? A little time has gone by. Drove a couple hours, give or take. The sun is starting to set over those buildings here in Shawnee. The town was incorporated in 1894, which states at the top of this clock. Pretty neat little area. Right up here a ways. Happens to be for sale. This abandoned building that sits empty is where Brad Pitt, 3rd floor, said that he was born right up there in one of those rooms. I didn't realize this till Natalie told me. She spent time around here when she was younger. Brad Pitt was right up there.
Right up there. The Brad Pitt.
The Brad Pitt. I found an article online that confirms it. It has, I believe it was the doctor, stating the name of the article was, "Who was the first person to see Brad Pitt naked?" There are a couple of other very interesting things here in this town. Just so happens that the very first, whoa, that startled me. What was that? Just a truck. Thought it was Tyler Durden cruising through. That was the character from Fight Club, right?
Tyler Durgan.
Durgan. Durgan?
Durgan?
Durden. Tyler.
Tyler?
I thought it was Tyler. It's Tyler D.
Oh, Durden.
Durden? Tyler D.
Tyler D.
Fight Club. It wasn't. But also the very first Sonic drive-through restaurant is just down the road. And when in Rome, go to Sonic. But I don't think there's a Sonic in Rome. Is there a Sonic in Rome? There might be, possibly. Yeah, right here it says approximately 12,000 square feet. Nowhere on that paraphernalia on the front promoting it for sale does it say that Brad Pitt.
And they'd have to charge more.
We get a couple. It could be used for. You could look. It could be used as a condo. That would be great. That would be a great business opportunity. You could rent that out. Someone could stay in the same room that
Airbnb, Brad Pitt's birthing place.
Perfect. Nailed it. Really liking the cobblestone streets. Well, brick streets through here. This theater's called the Hornbeck. Look at that. Nice. The marquee's still there and the neon. But the neon's not lit up at the moment. There's the Hamburger King. How many times do you remember eating there?
So many, and you can't get ketchup on your burgers. It's only mustard and pickles.
No ketchup, just mustard and pickles. And you have to order by telephone.
You order by telephone, then we bring it.
You can't order by telephone at the table. Wow. Oh, up top, some of the residents in the windows, and she is pointing at someone very aggressively. What exactly is she pointing at? Well, found the signage at 1106 North Harrison, where the original Sonic used to be located at, but discovered they have moved it a couple blocks down the way because now a new facility that is not a restaurant is being constructed. But right here, even though it's having trouble focusing under the shroud of nightfall, is where the first Sonic, as best I can guess, was. There is a little remnant for now, right there next to the side of the road. With, look, it still has the lettering. I can't make out what it says. I think it's a W, an S, an R, an N, a G, and another G. That's like that's a good Wheel of Fortune puzzle for sure. Okay, we'll go down a couple more blocks. What's the thing we're gonna get from? Can we just get 2 small cherry limeades?
I look like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
I look like who?
I look like Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. My glasses, yeah, like with the lighting. Sorry.
I don't know I think I've had a cherry limeade before.
Cheers, cherry cheers.
All right, that's gonna do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe. By doing so, helps keep you in the loop, update on future uploads here on this channel. It is really good.
Tastes exactly how I remember.
Take it a step further and ring that notification bell. See you in the next video. The vlog we didn't eat a whole lot, but I showed a lot of food places today.
We had a really good burger at Brahms.
Topped it off with this. The vlog